Okay, I went over the spin map earlier, but I'm not really drilling down enough on it. The spin map is everything that is. The tetrahedron holds all the locations of every atom on its skin. That's how the Akashic records work. You're able to read all of the positions of all the atoms off of every atom. That's how the spin map works. This is not just a really simple, beautiful thing. This is how, if I take this atom and I change its quantum spin map, it changes its quantum position in this present time. So if I take this and I change its spin map, I can change its position and put it anywhere, any place, in any time. It's kind of an interesting situation. How powerful the atom is, but there are protections to the atom. The atom has synergies, and the atom is outside time. If there's an expansion, the atom has it happening, and it will protect its expansion. It will protect it. The universe loves me because I am part of that expansion. I am protected. You are protected. We are protected because the universe puts us here to see it in this beautiful light. It loves being observed. It loves the act of observation, and it loves the act of growing. And the earth is actually in a beautiful place of gravitational growing and constant expansion. There is one place in the universe and one time when the human consciousness saves the universe and the universe is able to expand. And because of that moment of expansion in the past or in the present, the universe has to do that for all human consciousness, or else it will lose that expansion. Even if there is some destruction or collapse in the present universe, its expansion is so much bigger. The universe will protect whatever self-destruction we have to do in this time so that we can have a better observation and protect it in the future. So if one of these atoms destroys, it's not like it destroys the whole thing, but sometimes the collapse does. Sometimes the collapse destroys the whole thing. So I guess I want to go into human consciousness real quick so that we understand our power and what we are in the universe. And then we're going to dwell into something else. But human consciousness, what our soul is so beautiful. What our soul is the moment that we're leaving our mother's water, the earth turns into a gravitational lens and takes a picture of all the gravitational locations of all the atoms on the opposite side of the earth. So let me say it again. This is the circle of the earth. This is the circle of the earth. You're born on this knuckle. You're born on this knuckle. So the earth is taking all the gravitational energy of it, which is faster than light, and moves it to the center of where you're born. You take a picture of the literal physical locations of half the universe from this knuckle point, the moment you're observed by half the universe. You see, when you're in your mother's water, you're in an unobservable place. And when you're in an unobservable place, the universe can't observe you, and you can't observe the universe. You become blurry. You're unentangled for a little bit of time with the water that's around you that you're separated in. And when you come out of your mother's water, you're observed by the universe, and half of the universe is imprinted. The locations of half the universe is imprinted on you, and the spin map of that location. Now, you live your life, and if we can make this akin to entanglement, you're entangled with half the universe. Now, we know we can have two particles of different sizes. One can be very small, one can be very big. You can be entangled with this small particle can be entangled with a larger particle, and this larger particle can be half the universe. So you can be entangled with half the universe. Now, what happens is during entanglement, you can move any distance apart, and when this one rotates in an inverted opposite way. So let me say it again. You're entangled. You move a distance. This one rotates in an inverted opposite way. So when this one rotates this way, inverted. Okay? So what's going on there is the That's a trick question. What's going on there? That's so funny. What's going on there is the universe is protecting itself, and I can explain that real quick. So there's only one atom, and let's say this one atom, of course, finds itself sent right back in every loop. It comes back like a little dirt biker in a steel ball, and it's going back to itself, and it's about to hit itself. And as it comes into hitting itself, it rotates in an inverted opposite way. So this one rotates inverted, this one rotates opposite, and they just pass by each other. Anything that's not entangled will be destroyed. That's the secret of entanglement. Entanglement is actually the preservation of atoms as close as they can possibly be to each other. So the actual entanglement happens when they're coming straight at each other and they both invertedly rotate and then rotate in the opposite way. So they pass right by each other. So that's what's going on there. Now let's go back to entanglement. So these two particles are entangled, and they're entangled. They move a distance. Now in our reality, we know that time and distance are interchangeable in many equations. So when they move a distance, we can say they move a time. We can say they live a life. So when we're entangled and they're entangled, it's the exact same thing. Our lives are entangled the same way particles are entangled. Our lives are quantum entanglements that happen at the protein tubular with water entangled from the moment of our birth. The protein tubular is just a carrier for quantum entangled water at the moment of your birth. And you can upload information onto these atoms, and you can get information off of these atoms, of all the locations of all the atoms in all the universe. Okay. So basically is that when you live your life, you're entangled with half the universe. You live a life, you live a distance, you die. When you die, you upload your information on the universe by allowing it to spin inverted opposite ways. But the problem is that if you're born on this knuckle, you have a picture of this half of the universe. I'm born on this knuckle, I have a picture of this half of the universe. There's a quarter of the universe we share, a quarter that's yours, a quarter that's mine, and a quarter we don't share. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're greedy with me, if you have pride with me, if you're angry with me, if you're, sexual wants, material needs, greedy, angry, prideful, if you have any of those problems, I'm not going to let you upload. That's what karma is. Karma is the ability to upload your present life onto the atom, and that's how the universe saves itself, and that's how the universe uses life to look forward and make actions that preserve the universe. And our lives are solely for that. Our lives are solely to protect the universe from destroying itself. Even though a little self-destruction is okay for self-observation, to delineate what is you. That is totally normal in the universe, but we know that the true growth happens from observation and acceptance. Okay, so let me say it again. You're born, you're entangled with half the universe. You live a life, you die. You upload that information on half the universe. You're born again to that information. You can live a life again and again and again, and better and better and better. Or you can live it worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And each time the expansion happens on the atom, the experience of half the universe in this new perspective is different. So your life in this situation actually, because we're born on this knuckle and our intelligence or our experiences from this half of the universe, because this knuckle contains our body is a variable. So our variable is all the genders and all the bodies possible, and no body. So you could be a butterfly, or you could be a tree, or you could be entangled with a piece of air or water, and you could not be here. But if the universe needs you, you will manifest, because the universe needs you to bring a message during this certain period of time. Now, there is definitely a possibility that you're not here, but you did what you needed to do or carried a message in this reality. For, like, you are a butterfly, and what you've done, what you did in a smaller reality. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me think about what that is. So protein tubulars, seems like protein tubulars are coming up next. Protein tubulars are in the brain. They're parallel synapses. Basically, we have one, it's 10 minutes. Protein tubulars,